As the snow melts and the spring weather brings the life back to eastern Idaho, the baseball and softball teams in red and black take the field, hoping to rejuvenate their chances of a state championship. The seeds of success were planted last year. Likewise, the coaches begin taking the time to groom their athletes into the champions they could become. Spring in Caribou County is here, and so are the diamonds in the rough. Welcome to Cardinal Baseball and Softball on KBRV The Bear, where the voice of Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff, walks you through the field of talented youth all season long over the air and on the web at mylocalradio.com. This season of Cardinal Athletics is brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. Now let's head to the field as the Redbirds look to take flight and earn a spot in this year's championships on your home for Caribou County and Soda Springs Athletics, KBRV 800 AM, and online at mylocalradio.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to welcome you once again out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as the softball ladies getting set to take to the field. And before we get too far into this, a heads up, any of you listening on the radio, we are going to be on the air the whole game, but unfortunately our website is having some issues. So if people go to My Local Radio, one word, Soda Springs, on the Facebook page, there is a link to watch this video cast there. You can also go to the Soda Springs yard sale page. There should be a link somewhere along those listings there, and you will be able to hit that. It'll take you straight to a direct YouTube link for anyone who wants to watch today's game live, or of course you can listen to the wonderful sounds of baseball and softball coming over the airwaves on KBRV The Bear. We have a full pregame show coming up as the Lady Cardinals look to make it 3 in a row as they will be taking on the Bear Lake Bears, the team that they were eked out by in a 5-4 loss in Bear Lake earlier this year. It could be an interesting contest as they're coming off of a 6-5 win against the Malad Dragons, and we'll get you prepped up for it after this break. And we take a step to talk to our standout student, Junior Max Long, and also we'll be chatting with Hallie Evans, who helped the Cardinals along to that victory yesterday with some fantastic pitching to stifle the Malad Dragons. Back after this on KBRV The Co-op and online with our live YouTube stream here in Soda Springs.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, Silver Star makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose Silver Star. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Call Ricky today at 208-547-7012 and let her help you find your way home.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today.
Caleb Burgraff joined with Max Long, who is a junior at Soda Springs High School and one of our standout students. And Max, first of all, when you think about the junior year starting to wrap up, are you excited that it's wrapping up, and what's the junior year been like?
I'm super excited that the year's going to be over. Overall, it's been a pretty good junior year. I'd say prom was super fun, and I had a lot of great experiences. I'd like to do it again, but you only get one.
This year, we were talking a little bit about classes you're in. What are some of the classes you really enjoyed that stood out to you?
I think my two favorite classes by far are shop class and art class. I just like doing things with my hands and making my own deal.
We're talking about some of the things that you were creating in shop class, and you said that could tie into a senior project for you as well. Talk a little bit about the main project that you did in shop.
About halfway through the year, second semester, I started working on a chopper bicycle, and it's going pretty good. It's not quite done yet, but I believe that I can put an engine on it for my senior project.
Does it feel kind of good to have an idea of what your senior project's going to be already and not have to be fretting through the summer about what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, it's a pretty good relief because there's a lot of people that don't know, and I feel like I've got it under control.
Speaking of shop class, one of your favorite teachers you were talking about as well, Miss Tuckett, is out there. What makes her a good teacher, and are there any other teachers that have really stood out to you here in Soda Springs?
Miss Tuckett, I would say, is a pretty good teacher because she's pretty chill and laid back, and she's not like a boss lady. She's more of a leader type instead, and she's really friendly, and she gets on our level, and I really enjoy being with her all the time.
Makes it a lot more comfortable to go into a classroom environment when you have that connection with a teacher like that. Classes aren't the only thing that's big at high school, though. It's about kind of experiencing new things, too, and wrestling's not a new thing to you, but it's something that you were part of a team this year. What was that like, and what pushes you to do some extracurricular stuff?
I think most of the things that drive me to do extracurriculars and wrestling and things like that is the people that I'm involved with, the coaches and the friends and my teammates.
After this, you got your senior year, obviously, and then starting to think about college. You said that you've kind of got a pretty good plan about what you want to do. What's the next step for you to think?
I think the next step going into senior year, August, I'm going to apply for robotics in ISU because that's always stood out to me.
There hasn't been a whole lot of chances for you to do hands-on stuff like robotics specifically here at Soda Springs, but what really drew you into that type of a field? What made you enjoy that type of stuff?
I've always liked playing with the little remote control cars and helicopters and stuff, and I've always wondered how, the remote connects to the vehicle, and I've always wanted to know how that works.
Curiosity always feeds ingenuity and building onto things, so that's good to hear. And coming back to high school one more time, what's advice that you would give to people coming into the high school in order to get the most out of their experience here at Soda Springs?
The one thing that I struggled with a lot is homework. I think if you got your homework under control and you did all your homework on time, then you wouldn't have to worry about that, and you can just be relieved of all your homework, and all you got to worry about is having fun.
Definitely good advice, and hopefully you'll be able to keep that advice rolling for yourself as you move on to your senior year. And thank you so much for the time, Max, and good luck.
Alrighty, thank you.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved. Caleb Burgraff here with Hallie Evans. And Hallie, as the season gets into its last week of the regular season, a busy week for you guys. Are you excited about the fact you have 4 games this week and it's kind of back heavy as you guys can get a little bit of a better footing going into the district tournament?
Yeah, I'm a little excited. We get to see, all of our district teams, and I think it'll be better to see them closer to district time than later, so I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty pumped.
Each of the games against those three teams, while there were losses, each of them had good points in them. The Bear Lake game obviously came back in the 7th inning and were able to get the lead there. West Side, you were able to really put up some very good numbers in those middle 3 innings on offense. The defense just needed a little bit of work, and really the same thing with Malad. The last 2 innings were some of the best work that the teams put together. What is it going to take for that kind of an effort to come throughout the whole game?
I think we just need to start off excited and pumped, and we need to have all that energy at the beginning instead of getting it, towards the end when we're yeah, we're coming back. We just need to start with that attitude and stay with it the whole game.
That seems to have been what the attitude was at the early part of the season, too. When you think about the weather starting to brighten up as well, have you seen the girls' attitudes start to, along with yours, start to really improve as the weather's gotten better too, instead of having to go out there and practice in the rain or cold or have to practice inside of the gym?
It has, because we've been out on the field a little bit more, and then you get the field experience, so it's easier on the game, and it's a lot nicer when the weather's better, so that you practice better and then you play better, and it just makes everybody happier.
We talked about this offensive success at West Side. That seems to have been something that the team has lost to consistency at, though, that it had at the beginning of the year. What do you think needs to change as far as the plate approach and getting back to swinging at pitches that are more in the zone?
I think it's just our mindset. We just need to stay in it and know that we can hit off those pitchers and know that we can do it, because we have, and we just need to have the confidence and the mindset to do it.
When you look at the district right now, it's still very tough and very competitive. How important do you think it is to get a win and get a couple of wins this week?
Oh, it's real important to show them what we have, and that we're not, the old team that just lost every game. We're here to compete, and we mean it.
In baseball and softball, obviously it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and especially with the way the Idaho playoffs are set up. But the other big thing for you guys is you guys have a game against American Falls before you really get into that meat of the schedule this week. Do you think that's a good thing for you guys as well, to get against a team that you have that confidence against already?
Oh yeah, definitely, because then we'll have that confidence on Tuesday, and then going into Wednesday we'll still remember that feeling of winning and beating that team, and we'll do good.
Last time we talked, we had just started kind of seeing the youth of this team start to produce. What are some of the things that you've really noticed from the youth of this team and how it's been continuing to grow?
It's a lot different from when I was young, the youth of the team. They're really pulling through, and they're not freshmen. They're with us, and they're the team. We're a team. There's no seniority or anything. They're pulling their own weight.
When the leadership comes from everybody, it means the team can really start to thrive, and hopefully that'll really start to bear this week. And Hallie, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where they are getting set to take on the Bear Lake Bears for the second time this season, hoping to come away with a victory after last time they were just robbed of getting that win against these same Bears. Cardinals will be taken to the field first. Take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, as the Cardinals in the field will be looking back behind Hallie Evans, who is going to be pitching for the Soda Springs Cardinals today. Yeah. Yes, it's about to start. Taylor Myers will be catching behind home plate. First base is Haley Ledbetter. Second base is Michaela Skinner. At the shortstop position, Morgan Wood will be brought into the infield, and Cheyenne Daniels will be roving at third base. In the outfield, it'll be Allie Schwartz in left, Alicia Delaware in center field, and Haley Downs in right field for the Cardinals. Same lineup that was able to have that success against the Malad Dragons yesterday in that 6-5 win. For the Bear Lake Bears, it's going to be Lanique Crane leading things off as the shortstop. Jocelyn Quintero will be batting second, playing second base. Mac Harris plays the catching position as she'll be the backstop. Lindsay Hansen is going to be at first base. Shalane Hemmert, is going to be doing the pitching. Skylie Wallentyne will be in center field and batting sixth. Haley Eborn is the third baseman, and where's the number 18 batting seventh? Jessica Bateman will be batting eighth, and Maddie Critchlow will be batting ninth for the Lady Bears. Bears wearing their white uniforms, Cardinals in their red tops, both teams with black pants below, as we welcome you to the right field expanse as we are away from home plate for today's ball game. And just a heads up, once again, unfortunately, mylocalradio.com, we're having some issues there. So if you go to My Local Radio Soda Springs on the Facebook page, you'll be able to find a link. Also, if you check out the Soda Springs yard sale page, there should be a direct link to the YouTube stream there as well. And if you are friends with myself on Facebook, you'll be able to find the direct link there. And you should be able to find a way to watch the game. If not, we hope that you're enjoying listening to the game on KBRV 800, 106.3 and 92.7. Hallie Evans looks to be ready as the Soda Springs Cardinals will line themselves up accordingly, ready for a bunt as Lanique Crane will step up to the right-handed batter's box and get set to line things off here. The Bear Lake Bears and Cardinals played to a 2-0 game through 6 innings the first time around, as it was a pitcher's duel. This time around it is going to see a different start as Hallie Evans immediately hits Lanique Crane, and she will take her base on the first pitch of the ballgame. An ominous start for Soda Springs, and Hallie Evans as Jocelyn Quintero will get her first opportunity at the plate. Left-handed batter for the Lady Bears steps in, and with nobody out in the top of the first inning, the first pitch from Evans is bunted at and bunted foul. Count goes to 0-1. This game, a pivotal game in the district standings. A lot can be decided in who wins this one. Westside and Bear Lake currently sitting tied atop the standings. The only game left for each of those two teams is today for Bear Lake and tomorrow for Westside against these same Cardinals. So the Cardinals, despite a 1-3 record, is a bump put down, foul once again by Quintero. We'll see the count go to 0-2 on the number 2 batter in the lineup for the Lady Bears. The Cardinals, despite a 1-3 record and guaranteed the number 4 seed, have a lot of power in their hands to decide who is going to be playing where in those district championship first round games. Hallie Evans winds, fires this pitch, just missing, stealing on the play and not even having to slide as she's in safely is Crane. And that is our first MySpace Storage stolen base of the game. The count goes to 1-2 on Quintero. She's looking to lead things off in this first inning of play and get the first run across for the Lady Bears as Evans to the plate fires and a swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Myers' throw on to first will be in time, but moving up on the play is Lanique Crane. It's the first punch out of the game for Hallie Evans, and the 2-3 putout will get the first out on the board, although it does see a runner moved up to just 60 feet away from home plate. 1 out, top of the first inning. No score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Happy to have you with us on a sunny day in eastern Idaho. And the first pitch, a strike on the inside corner to Mac Harris, who is behind in the count 0-1. After hitting the first batter of the game, Hallie Evans been much more consistent firing strikes across the plate to the next 2 batters and gets a swing and a miss from the number 2 hitter Harris as the count goes to 0-2. Evans was the pitcher of record and pitched the complete game yesterday for the Lady Cardinals. As a pitch in the dirt gets past the catcher Myers, she loses track of the ball, and good job by Lanique Crane of reading it, and she's able to cross home plate with the first earned run of the game for the Lady Bears as they take a 1-0 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. However, you can limit that damage. then you'll be just fine, as a 1-2 pitch from Evans is swung on and missed, as that is strikeout number 2 for Hallie Evans. The Lady Bears have gotten the leadoff runner on base via the hit by pitch, but since then have not been able to even sniff the base paths, as Hallie Evans has set down the next 2 batters. Brings up Lindsay Hansen, the first baseman for the Lady Bears, as she shows bunt, now pulls the bat back, and the first pitch to her inside and low is taken for a ball. 10 pitches in for Hallie Evans. Always curious to see how a pitcher, baseball or softball, handles that coming back out after having a long stretch of pitching in the game previous, as Hansen takes another pitch. That one misses, 2-0. Evans pitched all 7 innings in the game yesterday and pitched some in the game against American Falls, as she misses now 3-0 to Hansen. Outfield giving encouragement with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Evans will look in as Hansen awaits and takes a pitch right down the heart of the plate. Good job coming back on 3-0 by Hallie Evans in order to extend the count and give Hansen something to think about. You never want to surrender that 4-pitch walk, as that just gives momentum and confidence to the batter facing you. 3-1 pitch will result in that walk, though. That's your first Davis Repair walk of the game, and Hansen makes her way down to first base. Still no hits for the Lady Bears, but they've had a pair of base runners. And one of those runners has come around to score, but with 2 outs is going to take some work with the bats in order to bring around Hansen over at first base. Hansen awaits at first base as the first pitch to the batter at the plate is up high a little bit, called for a ball, and Shalane Hemmert, gets herself up. Shalane Hemmert. I apologize for the mispronunciation. Another pitch in the dirt. This count goes to 2-0, and all of a sudden Hallie losing her command of the strike zone as she works with 2 away in the top of the first inning. 1-0, the Lady Bears leading without the benefit of a base hit. It is an earned run, though, as it was a hit batter who came across the plate. The pitch taken away, and the count now swells to 3-0 to Hemmert at the plate, working with a runner on first base and Hansen. Wallentine awaits on deck, the center field for the Lady Bears, wanting an opportunity with a couple runners on base. She might get it as the ball is lifted into left center field. That one hops against the orange fence. Bears will hold up their runner. No, they're going to wave the runner around, and coming in without a throw is Lindsay Hansen at an RBI double by Shalane Hemmert. And the first hit of the game for the Bears gives them a 2-0 lead on the Lady Cardinals. A 3-0 pitch into the middle of the plate. Hemmert was waiting and was able to drive one to left field as she got all of it, one hopping it to the fence on a line drive that split the defenders. And with 2 outs, it brings up Wallentine with the runner in scoring position. 2-0 Lady Bears in the top of the first inning. Evans to the plate, first pitch taken low. That is called a strike, as that one caught the knees before dropping. And having to watch the home plate umpire in today's ball game. No scoreboard, and being this far away, it's tough as another ball lifted. That's by Wallentine. That's going to hit against the fence. It's picked up by Allie Schwartz in left field. She'll get it in quickly, but back-to-back 2-out doubles along with a walk have extended this inning for the Lady Bears, as they now lead it 3-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Tell you what, this is what's been killing the Cardinals, and the broadcast we've gotten to see so far this year is not escaping innings. They were able to do it several times against the Lady Dragons yesterday with runners on base, but now it's been causing some heartache to them here in this game as Haley Eborn steps in and takes the first pitch ball. 7th batter of the inning for the Lady Bears as they lead 3-0 with a runner on second and 2 outs in the top of the first. Evans winds and fires again. Inside pitch fouled off of the pine tree that borders the field to the right from our vantage point of the Cardinals dugout, and the count goes to 1-1. Evans struggled with her command for the last 3 batters, and that continues as she misses upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. To the number 7 batter in the order, Eborn moved into the third base position middle of the season by the Lady Bears. She has thrived there, especially on the defensive side, as she fouls one off just about taken out one of the coaches for the Cardinals on the far side. And the count evens back up at 2-2. Runner on second base is Wallentyne. Deuce is wild. 2 count, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a runner on second. Pitch swung on and missed. It's held on to by Taylor Myers, and that's out number 3. Cardinals see Hallie Evans strike out the side, although it is around 3 runs which come across the plate as the Lady Bears striked out to a 3-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second inning with the Cardinals coming up to the bat for the first time on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV, the Co-op.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals. Update from the baseball field in the top of the first inning, 1-0. Although the Bears do have a runner on third base against the Cardinals, they're looking to salvage at least a win from the regular season before heading into district play on Monday when they'll be taking on the Malad Dragons. This game, as far as standings-wise, does not mean anything to the Cardinals on the baseball field. But again, you want to see that victory up onto the board. You want to build some confidence for your players as well. Happy to have you here with us again as the video stream again is down on our website, but if you go to our Facebook page at mylocalradio.com or if you head over to the Soda Springs Yard Sale page, you'll find a link to the direct YouTube stream and you'll be able to watch the game there. As cheers from Bear Lake, symbol that a run has come across, I believe, as the Cardinals will now be trailing in that game. Here, the first pitch of the ball game to Taylor Myers is taken for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Shalane Hemmert is the pitcher on the circle for the Lady Bears, is with the yellow hair ties behind her, the ribbons in her hair, dangling down onto the back of her jersey. She misses with the next pitch, and the count evens for Myers, 1-1. Taylor, a right-handed batter, leading things off for the Cardinals, laces one up the middle off the glove of Hemmert, and it's a leadoff single for the Cardinals junior, who has been shifted around from position to position throughout the season, but has found some comfort in the batting order, and that is why she's been moved up into that number 1 position for the Lady Cardinals. As with that one laced up, the Cardinals can try and answer back to a 3-0 score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Pitch is going to be called a strike. Myers trying to steal, is going to slide in just ahead of the tag, and she has our first stolen base for the Cardinals, brought to you by MySpace Storage, and is in scoring position with Cheyenne Daniels at the plate. Haley Ledbetter to follow is in the on-deck circle, with Cheyenne Dominguez to follow in the hole. Hemmert looks in, and the right-hander rocks, fires a bunt, trying to be put down by Daniels, is missed, and the count will go to 0-2 on Cheyenne Daniels, the third baseman for the Lady Cardinals today. Cardinals 6-10-1 on the season, winners of their last 2 games. The tie came against Glens Ferry at the Glens Ferry tournament. As a pitch off speed misses, and it gets away from the catcher. That allows Myers to move up to third with a 1-2 count on Daniels. So a ball in play would aid the Cardinals in getting them a run across. As you would assume, the Bears would sacrifice the out, or sacrifice the run to get an out, as the ball fought off foul by Daniels, and the count stays at 1-2. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning as we watch the Cardinals looking to try and shake up the district standings. If they win today, it comes down to what Westside does tomorrow. If Bear Lake wins today, Bear Lake will be the host site for the district tournament with the number 1 seed. Daniels takes ball 2 on the outside. So the Cardinals definitely was something to play for, and they've got momentum in us. Talking to a couple of the girls on the team, they're definitely feeling the vibes as well, as another pitch fought off by Cheyenne Daniels is going to bounce against her thigh, and the count will stay at 2-2. 6 pitches into this at-bat, and it's a battle between Hemmert and Daniels. She's already thrown 9 pitches in the game to just the first 2 batters. Hallie Evans ended up having quite a little bit of work in her first inning and ended up striking out the side. Hemmert continues the trend of batters striking out as she gets Daniels to swing and miss at a pitch that is a little bit low in the zone, and the count will reset as Haley Ledbetter steps into the batter's box. Right-hander playing first base for the Cardinals today and throughout the season. Will bunt at a pitch. That's down the third base line. Ledbetter hustling is going to be out at first, and Myers is going to stay at third base. Unable to come home. It was fielded by the pitcher, who was able to make the play, and the 1-3 put out helps the Bears a little bit closer to getting out without surrendering a run. 3-0 they already lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Runs, by the way, brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate today. As a pitch is a strike at the knees to Cheyenne Dominguez. Dominguez, the designated player today for the Lady Cardinals. Behind her, Hallie Evans awaits. As Dominguez looks out, awaits the pitch. She's going to hit one. That's going to drop down for a base hit in front of the right fielder as Maddie Critchlow gets to it quickly, but it's an RBI single for Cheyenne Dominguez, and a pair of hits in the first inning for the Lady Cardinals net them a run as they answer back to the 3-run inning by the Bears and are able to strike against Hemmert and bring across a run of their own. 3-1 for the Soda Springs Cardinals. That run once again brought to you by Gate City Real Estate and Ricky Wood. Another bunt put down. This one's going to roll to second base as Hallie Evans goes down on a 4-3 put out. The inning is over. Soda Springs, though, does strike as they are able to keep themselves close with the Lady Bears. We head to the top of the second inning, 3-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard from Soda Springs, Idaho.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs High School on KBRV, the co-op. Again, having some issues with our online video stream, but the Soda Springs Cardinals still playing, and we're still broadcasting the online video stream. By the way, it's not the video stream that we're having problems. It's our website that is temporarily down for the moment, so if you are trying to watch the game, or you know somebody who's trying to watch the game, send them to our Facebook page at My Local Radio Soda Springs. They'll find a link to this video cast there. You can also go to the yard sale page where another link has been posted, and you can watch the YouTube link directly there. Up for the Lady Bears, they'll be 8, 9, and 1 in their order. Jessica Bateman leads things off against Hallie Evans, who threw 25 pitches in the first inning, and the first pitch to Bateman misses away. The count goes to 1-0. Long first inning for Evans. She did limit the damage to just the 3 runs by the Lady Bears and struck out 3 batters as well, but you'd hope for a few more put in play as this one is. Grounded back to Evans. Throw onto first base is going to get away from Ledbetter. It'll be an E3 on the play as Ledbetter needs to be able to snag that one. That was a catchable ball thrown to her, and it just ended up getting away from her as the leadoff runner on base for the Lady Bears again. That happened in the first inning when Lanie Crane was able to get on base and came around to score. Nobody out, top of the second. 3-1 ball game on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Lanie fakes going as the count goes to 1-0 to Critchlow. Cardinals playing double play depth or so on the infield, trying to close off the gaps up the middle and give themselves easy runs to the base paths as another pitch misses down and away, and Critchlow sees the count go to 2-0 in her favor. Again, Evans just has not been able to throw consistently today, and you can see possibly some fatigue by the Cardinals, as that's been one of their problems. A bunt by Critchlow has been put down but missed as it goes foul. Behind the backstop, everyone retreats back to where they are. 2-1 count. Threw a lot of pitches yesterday to get through that game against the Malad Dragons, and an emotional win for the Lady Cardinals. And now fires one that misses as the count goes to 3-1. She's got to come back out and try and get another win in this district standings. You'd assume that she will probably be the starting pitcher when the Cardinals take on Westside tomorrow, with these games being important. Bunt put down again. This one, a throw over to first base, is not handled once again, as Michaela Skinner went over to try and field that one. The throw was a little bit low, and Skinner, not necessarily used to fielding that position, ends up seeing another error called, as that was another catchable ball. But we're going to give an unfortunate error to the second baseman for the Lady Cardinals. 2 errors to lead things off in the inning for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and it doesn't really matter who the error's on. You're a team out there. I think that's what Coach Schwaneveldt's coming out to talk to. Is he's talking to the left side of his infield right now and pointing at Hallie Evans, and I'm assuming saying, you got to help her out. When she makes the play, when she fields the ball, you got to catch it and be able to cut things a little bit shorter. He'll let the team get back to where they are. Moving up on the play, Bateman heads to third. Nobody out. Top of the second inning. 3-1 Bear Lake on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As the lineup flips over, Crane will step to the plate. She was hit by a pitch on the opening pitch of the game. An ominous sign to the start of this one. As the pitch by Hallie Evans will be awaited. She'll rock fire, and this one is going to be hit well. That's to center field, and leaping to pull it in is Alicia Delaware. A fantastic play. The throw is going to go home instead of being cut off. Throw back to second is not going to see a tag applied, as Skinner got the ball, kept it from going to the outfield, so a good play in keeping that from getting away from her. But the runner does move up, as the tag could not be applied, as the throw was a little bit far away for her to get there. It is an unearned run for the Lady Bears to lead things off, but they lead 4-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Runner on second base as the number 2 batter in the order bunts, and Quintero will see that one fling back to the backstop as she could not get a full bat on it, and the count goes to 0-1. Cloudless sky. Only clouds rising up from Monsanto off in the distance to our right. As the steam comes up from the plants out there, pitched low and in the dirt, count moves to 1-1 to Quintero. Mac Harris awaits on deck with 1 out in the top of the second inning. Runner in scoring position for the Lady Bears as they try to get out of danger in this inning. Evans will rock again. That pitch lost a handle on it, gets all the way to the backstop. Not a very good pitch. That's a wild pitch on Evans, and the count goes to 2-1. And the runner moves up once again as Critchlow gets herself to third base. And she stands just 60 feet away from tacking a second run in the inning and a 5th run of the game for the Lady Bears. And both runs in this inning would count as unearned runs. Pitch to the plate is taken on the inside for a strike, and the count evens back up at 2-2. Good job by Evans to dial back into the inside part of the plate. Cardinals offense, when they come up, will have the bottom half of the order. Wood, Schwartz, Delaware, and Downs scheduled. As a pitch inside catches Quintero on the elbow. That is a hit-by pitch for the second time for the Lady Bears today. Quintero is on base for the first time after she had struck out her first time up. And, Quintero's still at the plate, so apparently that did not hit Quintero. It was inside for a ball. I thought it did, but we'll just have a 3-2 count instead. Evans looks in, rocks, winds, fires. That's a swung-on pitch, bounced over towards first. Ledbetter is going to step on the bag, tags Quintero, but the run comes home, and the out is recorded. It's a successful ball put in play, 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. But again, a pair of unearned runs coming across for the Bears as the bases are cleared, and the number 3 batter in the order, Mac Harris, the catcher, steps in. First pitch swung on and missed by Harris. Count goes to 0-1. Big cut. She struck out swinging her first time up as well. Evans has not had problems when she's gotten into this rhythm. And honestly, should be back into the dugout by now. But right now you can't think about that. Pitch swung on and missed again, and it doesn't look like she is. She's focused on Harris as the count goes to 0-2. Harris backs out, takes a practice swing. Now steps back in. The right-handed batter awaits the pitch from Evans. That's bounced up and scooped up by Taylor Myers behind home plate. Cardinals playing without their normal catcher throughout the season. Cooper Evans has been working her way back through concussion protocol. She's starting to test today, and so she's got to pass 5 tests in a row. As the ball way deep in the air is going to be lifted back towards the fence, and that bounces over. It's a 2-out home run for Mac Harris, and with 2 outs, the Cardinals surrender the first big fly we've witnessed, as that was a high rainbow of a shot that made its way over the center field fence, and unfortunately for the Cardinals, it's another unearned run with 2 outs in the inning. A round tripper, and you're not out of it yet, as another powerful hitter for the Bears on deck. Lindsey Hansen walked her first time up on 5 pitches. That was back in the top of the first inning. Here in the top of the second inning, with a 6-1 lead for the Lady Bears, she'll bat again as a pitch down in the dirt kicks up some dust, and the count goes to 1-0. Evans laboring through pitches once again. 25 pitches coming into this inning, and has thrown 19 in this frame. As a swing and a foul ball will be missed by Hansen. The 45th pitch about to come up for Hallie Evans as she works. Right-handed batter wanders back to the pitching circle before looking in. Good crowd surrounding the back of the softball field. Another pitch missing moves the count to 2-1 to Hansen. Hansen did come around to score in that first inning. Scored the second run of the game. She awaits another delivery. This one bounced up in the dirt, and the count goes to 3-1. As the Lady Cardinals trying to get out of this inning, and again with 2 outs are been unsuccessful so far. 3 runs already across in this frame for the Lady Bears. They lead 6-1. Pitch to the plate, bounced again, and 4 straight out of the zone results in the second Davis repair base on balls for Hansen in the game. And the Cardinals being careful with her, but it does not do them any good as it keeps the inning going and brings up Shalanen Henmert. And Shalanen doubled her first time up to left field. A well-struck ball that brought Hansen home. First pitch to her. That's going to be ripped hard towards left field, picked up by Allie Schwartz. And she will keep Hansen from being able to move up. But it's another 2-out single. 4 hits in the game for the Lady Bears. And the inning continues to mount as it brings up Wallentine, who also doubled her first time up. Her double was a well-hit ball to the left center field side as well. Lady Bears coming off of a 9-0 win over Westside, and that was pivotal for them. Wallentine awaits. The right-hander hunches down, and the first pitch to her is taken for a ball just off the plate. Count goes to 1-0. Cardinal outfield trying to cheer on their pitcher, get her out of this inning. 25 pitches thrown in this frame, 50 in the game, as this pitch is going to be laced. That's going to get past a diving Morgan Wood. Bears will wave the runner home. There's an error in the outfield as Schwartz overruns the ball, gets beyond her all the way to the fence, and that is going to be a Little League, nearly inside the park home run. But diving back safely to third base is Wallentine as she tripped over the bag. It's a single for Wallentine, another error in the game for the Lady Cardinals, and 2 more runs score, making it an 8-1 lead for the Lady Bears. And up to third base again on the error in the field goes Wallentine. Can't let that ball get past you. Excellent effort by Morgan Wood to dive for that ball. Again, just snuck past her and got into the outfield, and unfortunately for the Cardinals, ends up with a runner standing at third base. 2 outs. Last 4 runners have all reached the base paths. A home run, a walk, 2 singles, and an error have resulted in more runs coming across. 5 runs in the frame, 8-1, the Bears leading. Evans strides up to the circle once again. Rocks fires this ball slapped. That's just foul down the third base side. And the count to 0-1 to the ninth batter of the inning in Haley Eborn. Jessica Bateman on deck led off the game with a ground out that resulted in her reaching on an error. That was on Hallie Evans, or excuse me, on Haley Ledbetter. Pitch up and away moves the count to 1-1 to Eborn. Eborn struck out to end the first inning. She steps back in once again to the right-handed batter's box. Looks out. Evans pitch to the plate inside and taken for a ball again. Count goes to 2-1. Like I said, Hallie just struggling through some pitches right now as she works. And the right-handed batter will await. She's going to hit one well out to left field, but that's also well foul. Kicking over towards the corner of the fence around the green area. That's been fenced around here beyond the baseball and softball fields. Count moves to 2-2 as the Lady Bears work. 5 runs already crossed. The 6th run stands at third base. Pitch way upstairs, and a great job jumping out of the crouch by Taylor Myers to keep that from getting to the backstop. Probably would have been another run for the Bears if it got there, as it looked like Wallentine was leaking off of the bag. Pitch from Evans, taken outside, and on a full count, another walk surrendered and make it 5 straight Bears to reach the base pass. Puts runners on the corners, and we'll have a new count to a new Bear as Jessica Bateman will try and get her first base knock of the game. She's been on base, but was reaching on an error instead of a base hit. 2 outs here still. Runner goes. Throw will go back to Hallie Evans, and no throw as it's a MySpace storage stolen base for Haley Eborn. It's the 2nd stolen base of the game for the Lady Bears. As the ball lifted high into the air, left field, Allie Schwartz under it, puts it away with 2 hands, and the inning is over. A fly out to center for left field will end it, but the Bears take advantage of some miscues by the Cardinals and score 5 runs, all of those runs unearned, as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jackson, Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Tough inning for the Soda Springs Cardinals in the field on defense. They give up 5 unearned runs in the 2nd inning, and they trail at 8-1 as we move on to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Cardinals offense will try and once again get to Shalane Hemmert. She's back out onto the mound. 14 pitches for her in the 1st inning, a very economical 1st inning. Did give up a pair of hits and an RBI single to Cheyenne Dominguez. Morgan Wood leads things off with Allie Schwartz to follow. And behind her will be Alicia Delaware, bottom of the order for the Soda Springs Cardinals. As the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-1 to Morgan Wood, the freshman. One of 2 freshmen who's been getting playing time this year. Cooper Evans, the other one, but again, she's going through concussion protocol. As the pitch missing just a little bit low to Wood, we'll see the count go to 1-1. Bears playing even with the bases all around the infield. There's a pitch missing outside. Outfield playing straight up all around as well. Middle depth as the sun continues to shine brightly down here at the field at Soda Springs. Temperature is supposed to get up towards 80 today. There's another pitch swung on and missed. Big cut there by Morgan Wood on a pitch that faded away from her, and the count goes to 2-2. Hemmert to the plate. That's strike 3 at the knees. Caught Morgan Wood looking as she heads back to the dugout with a K around her neck. And it brings up Allie Schwartz to the order for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Second strikeout for Hemmert. Given up 2 hits, has not walked a batter, has not hit a batter either. She'll rock, fire, and a pitch up and away, misses, and the count goes to 1-0 to Schwartz. Allie, the senior, in left field today. Got the last out at the top of the second inning, but unfortunately made an error as well that might have cost the Cardinals a run, as it was on an RBI single by Wallentine. She swings and misses at a pitch up and away, count to 1-1. It also allowed Hemmert to score herself, as Hemmert, Wallentine, and Hansen have been the big bats so far in this game. And Allie Schwartz trying to get a little bit of payback, lifts one into left field, and that's going to be a fair ball. Schwartz digging for second, is going to be in with a stand-up double. And the Cardinals, with 1 out, have a runner on the base pass. And that's all it can take sometimes to start one of those big rallies. We've talked about it before. Give yourself something to put on the pitcher's mind. Hemmert now has to think about that runner out there, and despite the big lead, that is something that at least makes you consider how you pitch to the next few batters. As this ball bounced up the middle, that's going to get through into center field. Wallentine onto third base, throws the ball into the backside of Allie Schwartz, not intentionally, of course, as it was a wung throw, but ends up being a little bit low, and the Cardinals have runners on the corners. And a rally starting with the bottom of the order. Haley Downs steps up with an opportunity to drive home a run and get the Cardinals a bit closer. Score sits at 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Cardinals' second run stands just 60 feet away. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Downs, all of her weight on the back foot as she awaits the pitch, takes it upstairs and the count to 1-0. Not a lot of deep counts so far for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Only 2 counts have gone beyond 5 pitches. 1 in this inning. There was a 7-pitch at-bat by Cheyenne Daniels. As a pitch taken inside for a ball, and the count goes to 2-0. On deck is Taylor Myers. The lineup will flip over to the top of the order. That's good news, as that's where you can really do some damage if you're the Cardinals. Another pitch misses, count to 3-0 on Downs. This could load the bases up for a dangerous hitter. Myers awaiting as the Cardinals dugout watches. Intense silence from the dugout fence. Pitch swung on and fouled off by Downs. Chased one that might have been ball 4. And the count goes to 3-1. Crowds piled up into the bleachers behind home plate, and also stretched out beyond the fence that guards the third base side all the way into the outfield. There's another pitch taken in the dirt. Going on the play is Delaware. She slides in. Excuse me, it was 2-2. Now the count goes to 3-2 on Haley Downs as that pitch missed. And with runners at second and third for the Cardinals, we'll see if this entices a pitch into the middle of the plate for Downs to cut at. Pitch taken inside and low, and that's ball 4. Downs makes her way on to first base as Davis repair walk, the first one surrendered by Hemmert, and the Cardinals load the bases with only 1 away. Fantastic opportunity here for the Cardinals. They had to come back against Malad yesterday. It's a taller task to ask for today, but it is possible. And the first time they played the Bears, they came back against this team. Hemmert's pitch lifted high into the air. Shallow pop-up. Moving over as the infield fly rule is called is the right fielder. Ball leaks away. It's an out as Taylor Myers is going to be out number 2. And that brings up Cheyenne Daniels as the last hope for the Cardinals in this bottom of the second inning. You'd hate to leave the bases loaded. When you're down by 7 runs. 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Daniels looks out from the right-handed batter's box. Pitch to Daniels, taken upstairs, and that goes to a ball. 1-0. Daniels struck out swinging her first time up to the plate. One of 2 strikeouts in the game. His second strikeout led off this inning. She once more awaits the pitch. This one taken low, and count goes now to 2-0. And a walk would do you just as good as a hit right now. Brings in a run and keeps the inning alive for Haley Ledbetter, who grounded out to the pitcher on a bunt her first time up. Pitch off the plate, misses again. Hemmert struggling a little bit to find that strike zone. As Daniels again looks out. And the right-handed batter awaits. Pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. 3-0, just firing one across. Daniels taking all the way there. Smart action by the Cardinals hitter. And she'll away to 3-1. Here you got to be swinging if it's close, though. Give yourself something to cut at. That pitch misses. No, catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-2. And one strike away from working her out of a bases loaded and one-out jam is Hemmert. Got to pop out for an infield fly rule. And now we'll get strike 3 called at the knees, and down goes Daniels. Much to the disgust of Babe Myers in the first base coaching box. Not sure if he's upset at the call or the fact that it wasn't swung at, but the Cardinals go down twice looking in the inning, and they strand the bases loaded. We head to the top of the third inning, 8-1. Bear Lake on top of the Lady Cardinals on KBRV, the co-op, and online with our live video streaming at YouTube and on the Facebook page as well, here from Soda Springs High School.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. 8-1, the Lady Bears on top as they get set for another chance at the plate, and at Hallie Evans, who's back out into the pitching circle for her third inning of work. Of those 8 runs, 5 have been unearned, as again, mistakes in the field hounding the Cardinals as the season goes on. And some important games for this team as Evans' first pitch grounded over towards third, throw onto first base in time, and the out's recorded. Cheyenne Daniels retires Maddie Critchlow on the first pitch of the third inning, brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance. And Hallie Evans off to a fantastic start against the Bear Lake Bears in this inning. This inning again brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, not Bear Lake Truck. They're our 5th inning sponsor. As Evans will get you that full read in a moment as Evans pitches and misses to Lenny Crane, who is ahead in the count 1-0. Sanders Furniture and Appliance carries only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amanda Maytag, Crosley, GE, and more. And they work hard at making your house a home as the pitch misses again, and the count goes to 2-0. Crane, yet to have an official at-bat, has a sacrifice fly that scored a run. And it was hit by a pitch and came around to score. Here with 1 out in the top of the third inning, trying to get something started for the Bears as Evans misses again. Count goes to 3-0. And again, Crane might get on base without having to swing the bat, this time a little bit in a less painful way as the skinny leadoff batter steps in this pitch down the middle for a strike. Great pitch by Hallie Evans to come back, especially when you know a batter's most likely not going to be taking swings. It's good to just lay one in there and get yourself ahead. 8-1. Cardinals trying to get the 0 onto the board for the first time against the Bears. They got a work cut out for him, though, as a runner will get put on base with speed. And another Davis Repair walk surrendered by Hallie Evans. That's her 4th of the game. Davis Repair is your diesel and equipment specialist in Soda Springs. Call them at 208-221-9403. Find out how they can help you with all of your equipment needs. As to the plate, a left-handed batter, and almost going is Crane, but she holds up. Quintero takes the pitch for a ball upstairs. Quintero is 0 for 2. She's grounded out to first and also struck out swinging. Lefty awaits the pitch. This one is hacked at. That's left in front of home plate, but a foul ball called by the home plate umpire, and the count goes to 1-1. They'll say that one stayed inside of the right-handed batter's box and never was able to weasel itself out enough, and that's a bit of bad luck for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as that probably would have been out number 2. 1-1 count. Evans rocks and fires once again. This pitch popped up on the infield. Evans gets under it, puts it away. Off of first base was Crane, and the Cardinals will double her up. It's a pop out to the pitcher and a double play as the Cardinals get out of the frame, facing the minimum. Only 3 batters come up for the Lady Bears. We head to the bottom of the Sanders Furniture and Appliance third inning. The Cardinals defense giving the offense an opportunity to strike back and bring some runs closer on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Soda Springs down 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning, but momentum starting to turn towards the side of the Lady Cardinals as their offense will be coming up with the middle of the order set to bat. Haley Ledbetter, Cheyenne Dominguez, and Hallie Evans will all be trying to get into the mind of Shalanen Hemmert, who continues to work from the middle of the infield and has continued to stifle the Cardinals to just the 1 run that they got in the first inning. Last inning, they left the bases loaded, so they got runners on base. They even had 2 hits, a double and a single. Allie Schwartz was left stranded at third base, though, after the double. Ledbetter will lead things off, as I said, and the first pitch to her is going to be taken low and inside for a ball. Good way for the Cardinals to get started, get ahead in the count. Ledbetter did not take a pitcher first time up, bunting at a ball down the line, and ended up seeing that one earn her a throw out as she was cut down trying to make her way down. Strike paints the outside corner, and Ledbetter behind in the count now, even in the count, 1-1 with the pitcher Hemmert. Much more offensive affair this time than the first time. We've already seen as many runs scored in this game as we did the first time around between the 2 teams. It was a 5-4 loss for the Cardinals. Here it's 8-1 as another pitch misses, and Ledbetter gets ahead the count once again, 2-1. And the pitch to the plate is going to be swung on, bounced over to the right side, picked up, long throw to first base, not in time. Ledbetter beats it out, and I believe it's a new pitcher for the Lady Bears as Haley Eborn steps into the pitching circle, as she is the new pitcher of record for the Lady Bears. An infield single for Ledbetter gets her on base as the first base runner for the Cardinals against Eborn. We'll try and figure out where the Bears have placed the pitcher Hemmert as we continue to work. It looks like it's a move to her at first base as Hemmert is playing there, and over at third base is the former first baseman Hansen. At the plate, trying to get on base is Cheyenne Dominguez. She singled in a runner first time up. Pitch to the plate is taken for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. As Eborn pitches again, this one's going to be softly hit up the middle. It gets over the head of a leaping shortstop as Lenny Crane could not quite reel that one in, and it's back-to-back singles to start the inning for the Cardinals. The offense again starting to put some runs up onto the board, or have the opportunity, I should say, to put some runs on the board as Eborn has come in and has given up a couple of hits right off the bat. Of course, you still have your pitcher Hemmert in the game, so it's not like she's been pulled out as the pitch misses low when the count goes to 1-0 to Hallie Evans. She'll try to help her own cause here. And Eborn will rock into her delivery, and the right-hander will see this one lifted high into the air again on the infield. Infield fly rule called, and again the ball is missed by the shortstop, but it again with the infield fly rule, Evans is recorded as an out. And Morgan Wood will step up with one out on the board. Runners on first and second for the Lady Cardinals. No one was able to move up due to the vicinity the ball was placed in. Wood, her first time up, struck out looking on 5 pitches. That was a different pitcher, however, as the Lady Bears have to go track a baseball that made its way into the back of the outfield. That's the reason for the pause in the game there. And back to the plate goes Eborn as she directs her attention and fires a pitch that catches the zone, and the count goes to 0-1 on Morgan Wood. Cardinals have left 4 runners on base already in the game. Another 2 on base right now with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, brought to you by Sanders Furniture Appliance. Pitch misses low. Cardinals will ease off of their bases as the pitch was low and in the dirt, but good job behind the plate by Mac Harris of keeping in front of it, and no one could advance. And Eborn stares down at the yellow softball for a moment before stepping back to the circle. Wines fires this pitch at the knees, a little bit inside though, and Morgan Wood gets ahead in the count 2-0, or 2-1, excuse me. Bugs starting to lift up from the grasses here at the infield and outfield of the Soda Springs baseball and softball Diamonds. Another pitch misses again. That one makes it a 3-1 count. And Wood, possibility of loading the bases with Allie Schwartz, who doubled her first time up on deck, trying to get something going against Haley Eborn. Be a fly in the ear of Eborn as much as the bugs starting to rise up from the grass are to the players in the outfield. Eborn awaits the pitch. Rocks, fires. This one swung on and missed. It gets away from the catcher. Everybody moves up. And with a 3-2 count, Morgan Wood will have an opportunity. Or excuse me, that is a strikeout of Morgan Wood as it was a drop third strike. Again, both runners do move up on the drop third strike. Again, apologize for getting the count off a little bit. As that brings up Allie Schwartz. Again, a big chance for the Cardinals to strike here. Down 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as she takes a pitch upstairs and away. One of the longest innings so far, pitch count-wise. 15 pitches for Eborn and the Lady Bears. As this one fired inside and low. Count goes to 2-0 on Allie Schwartz. Schwartz 1 for 1, left at third base after doubling with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Back-to-back innings getting up to the plate, trying to make something happen as this pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. Cardinal dugout still remains silent, not a whole lot trying to cheer the team and motivate them on, as there hasn't been much to cheer about so far. A ball is going to be hit short on the infield. Throw over to first base is going to get away into the outfield. Cardinals will move 1 run home. Trying to come home as well is Cheyenne Dominguez. She scores as well. It's an error on the pitcher Eborn that allows Schwartz to reach, and the Cardinals will take advantage. And with 2 outs in the inning, Eborn gives up a pair of unearned runs. It's 8-3 as the Cardinals get a little bit closer. That's going to bring a visit out to the circle by the catcher and the entire infield to chat things over with Haley Eborn, as they're going to try and calm their pitcher down as they await to face Alicia Delaware, who also singled her first time up. Cardinals finally seeing the ball bounce the other way, as they've had so many problems with their fielding that have caused runs to be able to come home and score, but they've seen very good fielding in the field when they've tried to put the ball into play. Change here is that time it's a little bit of the reverse. Eborn awaits. She'll step up to the right-handed box. Delaware does, I should say. And Eborn's pitch gets away. That goes to the backstop. Schwartz moves up a base. And she'll be 60 feet from home. And it's a 1-0 count for Delaware. 6 hits for the Cardinals in the game. 1 walk as well. 8 base runners with 1 error on the Bears. That's helped Schwartz get on base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 8-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as a pitch is taken for a strike at the letters. And the count goes to 1-1. Cardinals offense getting them closer after the defense did its part and held the Bears scoreless in the top of the Sanders Furniture and Appliance 3rd inning. as Eborn awaits once again. Rocks into her delivery. This one down low, and Alicia Delaware gets ahead in the count, 2-1. This is what you got to do if you're the Cardinals. Chip your way back in. You're most likely not going to have a massive inning. You can't count on having one of those. You just got to get runs when you can, and this is another chance to get those as this pitch on the outside corner is brought back into the plate by the catcher, Harris, and the count goes to 2-2. And Eborn awaits once again. Trying to get out of this inning without surrendering any more runs. Pitch to the plate. That's taken on the outside for strike 3. Another strikeout looking for the Cardinals, the second of the game. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Cardinals, though, do strike for a pair. It's 8-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as we move on here at the Softball Diamond on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Over on the baseball field, the Bear Lake Bears are up 5-0 on the Soda Springs Cardinals here on the Softball Diamond. It's a 5-run lead for the Bears as the Lady Bears are leading 8-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on a glorious spring day here in the month of May 4th. And for those Star Wars fans out there, may the 4th be with you. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. That's going to wrap up the regular season for the Lady Cardinals on the Softball Diamond, as they'll be taking on the West Side Pirates and hoping to celebrate and party their way on to a victory there against the team they lost to 19-8. So pitch swung on and missed by Mac Harris at the plate, moves it to 0-1. Hallie Evans still out in the circle, 68 pitches in, 69 with the first pitch of this inning. And her team down 8-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. She's got to do what she can to continue to stifle this Bear Lake offense. A high fly ball in the left field is going to track Schwartz back, and with the glove moving behind her head, she puts it away. A little bit dangerous, but it does the job, and the Cardinals get the first out. Lindsay Hansen will step up. She's walked both times on 5 pitches both times as well. 3-1 counts have resulted in her making her way down to first. Still yet to have an official at-bat. Shalane and Hemmert awaits on deck for the Lady Bears. Pitch inside and low as it bounces to the plate. Count moves to 1-0 for Lindsay Hansen, as Hallie Evans will saunter her way back behind the pitching circle before stepping up to the rubber and looks in. The right-hander winds, fires, and this one swung on. That's a high fly ball to left field. Schwartz gets underneath it. This one's put away but almost squeaks out. She gets it with both hands, though. That's why they teach you to catch it with 2 hands. And Schwartz puts it away for the second out. Cardinals working a quick top of the 4th inning. 2 outs already, as the defense settling back into a groove. Into the right-handed batter's box steps Hemmert. She's 2 for 2, a double and a single. Evans will rock, wind, fire, and this pitch is taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-1 with Walentine on deck. She's also 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Dangerous part of the lineup to get through. If you can spread this out as well, it would be a very good thing to see. 0-1 pitch. That's lifted in the air. That's to center field. Delaware barely has to move and puts it away. 6 pitches and the Cardinals are out of the 4th inning. Fantastic work on defense the last 2 innings for the Cardinals. We'll see if that continues to see the offense put together some good innings, as it still remains an 8-3 game on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3- or 4-year-old children today.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of May 4th through the 10th in Soda Springs. 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef is just $2.49 a pound. Family packs of thighs or drumsticks are just 99 cents a pound, and boneless New York pork chops are $1.69 a pound. $10 mix or match bags are back. Grab 2-pound packages of carrots, fresh white corn, 1-pound packages of mini sweet peppers, red or yellow onions, and plenty of other fruits and vegetables to pack into your bag for just $10. And those are just some of the savings you can find at Lalaton's in Soda Springs. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Call Ricky today at 208-547-7012 and let her help you find your way home. 9-1-2 due up for the Soda Springs Cardinals as we welcome you back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cardinals have set down the last 7 Lady Bears on the defensive end as the offense hopes to continue to see its confidence boost as Haley Downs takes a pitch low and away for a ball. Downs walked her first time up on a full count. That was against the first pitcher in Hemmert. Here against Eborn, gets herself up in the count 2-0 as she's showing a good eye and good patience at the plate. Downs started out on the JV team this year. Sophomore has slowly worked her way up though, and she takes a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Sees it go to 2-1. Started out at third base and has played in the outfield for the most part since then. As a pitch taken on the outside corner again, and not being very aggressive at the plate is Haley Downs. One of the few Cardinals who has not shown that aggression. Soda Springs this season has been very, very active in swinging, and too little too late as she waves at one and misses and goes down for the 3rd strikeout for Haley Eborn on 5 pitches to start out the bottom of the 4th inning. Cardinals trailing by 5, 8-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Last update we had from baseball was the score there was at 5-0, the Bears on top. As that game works into, I believe, the bottom of the 3rd inning or bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch missing and getting away from the catcher to Taylor Myers as she steps in. She's 1 for 2, a single and a run scored, and also popped out on the infield, but the base is full. Count goes to 2-0 for Myers. She takes a pitch inside and low. Calm day as well, one of the few days here in Soda Springs where there's not even wind. As another pitch misses and the count moves to, 2-1. And Eborn steps back of the circle to give herself some time to collect herself. Now gets back into the rubber. Jerks into her rock and throws the ball back to the screen. And the count goes now to 3-1. Golden chance for Myers to get on base. Get something started for Cheyenne Daniels and Haley Ledbetter. We'll be following you up. Only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cards down by 5. Trying to chip their way back in. Myers is going to get one well. That's out to left field. Driving the fielder's back. It hits against the fence. Myers into second base. She's going to try and get to 3rd, and she will, way ahead of the throw. It's a 1-out triple for Taylor Myers, her 2nd hit of the game, and the Soda Springs Cardinals put a runner deep into scoring position with only 1 away. 8-3, and that's another big run for the Cardinals to try and bring home. Cheyenne Daniels just needs to put the ball in play. 8-3. 4th inning. As Myers will look in from the first base or third base position. Eborn winds, fires, and the pitch taken for ball 1, and Daniels gets ahead in the count. Daniels has worked the count well her first 2 times up. She's seen a total of 14 pitches today with the one she just took. As Eborn again gets into the delivery, this one is taken upstairs. And the count goes to 2-0. Very close, but Eborn not getting the call, and the Cardinals will look to take advantage. Good hitters count for Cheyenne Daniels. Try and be aggressive here if the pitch is close. Eborn fires one low. And that moves the count to 3-0. A chance to put runners on the corners for Ledbetter, who's already 1 for 2 and has a run scored. Reached on an infield single her last time up. Eborn struggling a little bit in her time out there in the circle. This her 2nd full inning of work came in for Hammett. who gave up 1 run as a pitch off the outside corner is taken for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. 3-0, you expect the batter to take all the way, as Daniels now with a 3-1 count can be selective at what she swings at. But again, if you think you can hit it, you got to go after it. You can't hope for a walk right now, and that's a pitch right down the middle that Daniels takes, and the count goes to 3-2. Full count with a runner on third, 8-3. JV team playing catch and warming up for the Lady Bears as the pitch from Eborn fought off of the plate. Great swing by Daniels to get a piece of that one, and the count remains 3-2. Good pitch down the middle to take a cut at, and she took a big rip, was on it, but just fouled it straight back. Got to put the ball in play. Infield is brought slightly in on the corners with a runner on third. But again, with the Bear Lake Bears up by 5, you'd assume they would give up the out for a run. Eborn's pitch, that's fought off again, just making it up over the screen, over the grandstands as well. And we'll see an 8th pitch in this at-bat. Daniels, if anything, has worked the count beautifully in her trips to the plate. She may have struck out both times, but, you know, when you're working them for 6 pitches and at-bat minimum, you're doing something to make the pitcher think. As Eborn winds, fires this one upstairs and away, and a fantastic walk as that one earned by Daniels, and I do mean earned. 8 pitch at bat, works for the first Davis Repair walk of this bottom of the 4th inning, puts runners on the corners for the heart of the order. Ledbetter will step up. She singled on the infield her first time up. And she'll be looking to make a little bit better contact, get one to the outfield here to bring home a run and give herself another hit. Pitch bounced up to the plate, moving as Daniels. Throw is cut off as the Bears tried to run a trickeration play, and instead Myers just stays put at third, and Daniels gets herself into scoring position at second base, so eliminates the far off chance of a double play. And Eborn behind in the count now. 0-1 will rock and fire. This pitch taken for a strike at the knees, as the count moves to 1-1 to the Cardinal first baseman. As I said, she has a run scored. She came across to score after an error allowed the Cardinals to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here she'll bunt at one down the third base side. That rolls just foul, and Ledbetter will have to move back. Not sure why they're bunting down the third base line. The bunt down the third base line does not give you the opportunity to score that runner from third, as all they can do is just stay in their position. You got to bunt that one down first base so the runner from third can take off. If you bunt it down the third base line, the pitcher's standing between the person on third base and home plate. 1-2 count, so the bunt should be off. We'll see if it is. Eborn will wind, fire, and a swing and a miss by Ledbetter sends her to the bench. Tough break for the Cardinals, and it means that Cheyenne Dominguez, who is 2 for 2 in the game, will have to get her 3rd hit to bring home a run, or at least get the ball in play. 8-3 still on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As Eborn winds and fires a pitch upstairs and taken for a ball, in tight as well, and Dominguez gets ahead in the count. Cheyenne's got an RBI and a run scored today, and reached base both in the 1st and 3rd innings. Here in the bottom of the 4th, trying to get a rally started. Takes a pitch that catches the zone and moves it to 1-1. Umpire's been given that low and away strike. We'll see if Eborn continues to use that to her advantage as dust kicks up and wafts across the infield, masking the pitcher and the catcher as Eborn fires a pitch in the dirt. Up with it and back to third base is the throw. Harris trying to get the ball back to Hansen, but back safely as Myers. The count goes to 2-1 on Cheyenne Dominguez, as the crowd continues to filter its way over. Eborn looks in, gloves it, fires it upstairs. That's gonna be ball 4, and Cheyenne Dominguez does work the walk on 4 pitches. And another Davis Repair walk loads the bases with 2 outs. no place to put Hallie Evans, who's going to be looking for a base knock, as a trip out to the mound by one of the coaches for the Lady Bears is going to see if they can calm things down. I believe that is Brenda Messerly, who makes her way out to the pitcher's circle as she gathers the entire infield around her. And the Cardinals offense, this could be big. This is a pivotal moment. 8-3 right now, but with the bases juiced and a good hitter in Hallie Evans coming up to the plate, you're hoping to see a run score. At least one come across that plate. Big game in district standings in terms of who is going to move on, as a pitch is going to see a new pitcher back into the game is Shalane Hemmert. And we will take a break as well as she comes up to the plate. Back after this on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Hallie Evans is at the plate as 2 pitches into the at-bat. It's a 1-1 count, fought the last pitch off. Shalane Hemmert out into the circle as she replaces Haley Eborn. Defense shifts back to the original setting as back to first base goes Hansen. Third base will be Eborn. And Hemmert again back into the circle after playing at first base in the substitutions. Hemmert will stand packed. Rocks, fires, and this pitch bounced back towards her. She's going to get the out as at the plate the force is called, and Hallie Evans bounces out to the pitcher on the 1-2 force out, and the Cardinals, for the second time in the game, leave the bases loaded. They trail it still 8-3. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It's 8-3. Cardinals behind the Bear Lake Bears here in Soda Springs.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
Another poor offensive showing as the Cardinals leave the bases loaded for a second time in this game, trailing 8-3. These are runs that you can't afford to leave on the base paths. Hemmert comes in to shut down the Cardinals on the offensive side and gets Hallie Evans to bounce back out to her, and a force play at the plate does see the Cardinals set down, as that moves us to the top of the 5th inning, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, where you have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. It'll be Evans back out into the circle. 74 pitches into this game through 4 innings of work, as after she ended up throwing 59 pitches through 2, the last 2 innings she's gotten through with only 9 pitches and will be facing the bottom half of the order. Skylie Walentine, Haley Eborn, and Jessica Bateman, the scheduled 3. Evans has definitely bounced back well. Still has only given up 3 earned runs in this game in her 4 innings of work. And she will face Walentine to lead things off. Skylie is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. 2 RBIs as well. She's been left on base both times, though. Evans hoping to keep her from getting on base as the first pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Over on the baseball field, it's the 5th inning. Moves to the 6th inning. It is a 5-0 game still with Bear Lake on top. As Evans pitch here on the softball diamond, bounced over to short. It goes off of the glove of Morgan Wood, and unfortunately for Wood, that's another error for the Cardinals, and Walentine reaches the base paths. fourth error in the game the Cardinals have committed. Ball was hit right to her and just kicked off of her glove. She's able to corral it and keep Wallenstein at first, but this could be the start of another rally for the Lady Bears. Haley Eborn will step up. She's 0 for 1. She's walked, stolen a base, and was left at second base. Evans' pitch way upstairs, caught, and then a throw down to first by Myers is going to track Wallenstein back to the bag. 1-0 count as the Cardinals work in the top of the 5th inning. 8-3. Pitch bounced to the right side and foul, moves the count to 1-1. Cardinals trailing by 5, both here and on the baseball diamond. Big game for the district standings. We've talked about that so far. Malad already is going to be in the number 3 position. It's just deciding who is going to be in number 2 and who's going to be number 1. If the Cardinals win today, which they've shown signs of being able to come back, it would keep Bear Lake off just a little bit longer from being able to secure that district title, and would mean that the West Side game tomorrow would give the Cardinals the opportunity of winning or not winning, or excuse me, the West Side Pirates the opportunity of winning or not winning the district. Right now, Bear Lake holds it all in their hands as they swept the West Side Pirates with a 9-0 win yesterday. 1-2 pitch popped up into the air. That's going to make it back beyond and over to the trees as the count will stay at 1-2 on Haley Eborn. Runner on first base. Eborn, who as I said is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base, trying to get another rally going for the Bears, who have been stifled the last 2 innings. The Cardinals' defense, until an error by Morgan Wood, has been flawless leading up to this point. Evans again steps up, fires a pitch way up and outside as the count goes to 2-2. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. Join us next week. We'll have district playoff baseball and softball coming your way. Trying to get you as many games as possible in those district championships as a pitch is swung on and missed, and Eborn goes down swinging as that is the 4th strikeout for Hallie Evans in the game. 6 pitches to do it, but gets the first out with that runner still on first base and brings up Jessica Bateman, who's 0 for 2. Both of her at-bats came back in the 2nd inning. She flew out and reached on an error. Came around to score when she reached on that error and part of that 5-run inning, as a pitch is taken for a strike. Bunted at, pulled back, and ends up being an 0-1 count. Off-speed pitch from Hallie Evans was able to fool the batter in Bateman. Hallie again steps up to the rubber as the right-handed pitcher looks in, rocks, winds, fires. This one laced into left field. That is a fair ball. That's going to get all the way beyond the outfield fencing, and it's a long run for Allie Schwartz, but it's going to be a productive run, as that one, since it got out of play, is going to result in just a double for Bateman and having to go back to third base as Wallenstein, as by the time the ball crossed into the out-of-play boundary, she had not crossed third base. So she has to go back to second, and the Cardinals catch a big break. It brings up Maddie Critchlow, though. With runners on second and third, Critchlow so far is 0 for 2 as well. She's grounded out and reached on an error as well. Looks like the coach for the Bears will come to talk things over with the home plate umpire, make sure that he was correct in his assumption that Wallenstein wouldn't have scored. By my look, it was the correct ruling, so the Cardinals will have to work with only one away, but the bottom of the order, you get Critchlow out again with maybe a strikeout, and you can get out of this inning without giving up any runs. Evans will rock, wind, fire, and a pitch swung on and missed. That's what you need. Count to 1-1. Bears dugout, cheering, calling out. Cardinals looking silently on from theirs as they hope to get Hallie Evans back to the dugout. Pitch bounced up to the plate. Both runners will have to stay where they're at as the count goes to 2-1. Umpire moves up, cleans off the plate with the shoe, kicks up some tufts of dirt. As again, it is a warm day. Temperatures were expected to be mid-70s, and it definitely has been that. And just a little bit of a breeze making it a comfortable day as Eborn swings, misses. Runner's going to try and come home, and the ball to Hallie Evans is going to escape her glove. It's a dropped pitch and a pass ball that scores another run. It is an unearned run. and make it 9-3. Bear Lake on top. 6 unearned runs, though, as this game without the unearned runs would be tied. Moves the count to 2-2. To Maddie Critchlow with a runner at third. Is also moving up on the play was Bateman, who doubled with the ground rule double. Critchlow goes back into the right-handed box once again. Bears up by 6 here in the top of the 5th inning, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Evans to the plate, swing and a miss, as cutting through it is Critchlow, and just caught a piece, they'll say, and the count stays at 2-2. 1 out in the frame. Cardinals trying to keep the defense together as they have so often. As the ball is dropped again, Myers looking for it, and she lost it in the legs of the umpire, and safe at first base on the drop third strike is Critchlow. Got to keep that ball in front of you, or else you risk putting a runner on base, and that's exactly what happens. As the drop third strike results in another runner making the base paths, and it will bring up the top of the order. A dangerous top of the order in Lenny Crane, who is 0 for 1, but it's a sacrifice bunt to throw over to third base. Will chase the runner back, as moving up on the play as well is Critchlow, who gets into scoring position at second base. Believe a 1-0 count to the batter coming up to the plate. 0-1, as that pitch was a strike. Saw some dirt kicked up. A lot of action going on there. Missed where the call was. Pitch from Evans, way upstairs and away, and the count goes to 1-1. Bears have had a 5-run rally with unearned runs. Here it would be unearned all the way through, as 2 errors in this inning as well. And a pitch off the outside corner called a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Crowd milling around here on a gorgeous day. A lot of people coming out and enjoying some of the springtime weather. It's been a fantastic week. Ball bounced up once again, and the count goes to 3-1. Evans' pitch count starting to get back up into the higher reaches again. She's thrown 20 in the inning, 94 in the game. Steps back to the circle. Winds, fires, and the pitch is going to miss just high. I thought that was pretty good, but the umpire disagrees, and Lenny Crane will get on base once again. Another Davis repair walk. That's the 5th of the game surrendered by Hallie Evans, and gives her 21 pitches in the game so far, as she'll face Jocelyn Quintero, who is 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Pitch from Evans, upstairs and missing, moving the count to 3-0. Bases full of Bears, only 1 away, as they have the similar situation to what the Cardinals had. Bears leading by 6, 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Another pitch swung on and missed by Quintero, and everyone has to stay put. 1-1. Left-handed batter. Again, Quintero, though, has not had success. The last time she was up, popped out into a double play, and this time she'll slap one over towards third. Throw comes home. Daniels is able to record the out there. Back to third, and they won't be able to get the double play. It is going to see a 5-2 put out on the fielder's choice, though, and the Cardinals will not surrender a run, as being left at third base is Bateman, as she's cut down. 2 outs in the inning now. Fantastic play by Daniels to go home. Cut down that lead runner. Smart play as well. Mac Harris will step up. 1 for 3. It's a big one, though. She hit a home run in her second at bat of the game. Flew out and struck out, and first pitch to her misses, and the count goes to 1-0. Pitch to the plate. That's going to be laced right into the glove of Cheyenne Daniels. A line out, and the Cardinals give up 1, but they get out of danger. The Cardinals still trail 9-3 as we head to the bottom of the Bear Lake Drug 5th inning, but they're still definitely in this game, as the Lady Bears have not been able to put them away, and the Cardinals defense has held tough. Back after this with the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
The Soda Springs Cardinals defensively have been fantastic so far, as over on the baseball field, things getting a little bit tighter as the Cardinals have just scored a pair of runs on a Dylan Downs RBI double as they work in the 5th inning, I believe. Here at the softball diamond, it is a 9-3 game with the Soda Springs Cardinals trailing on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, looking to shake up the district standings. They already did by knocking off the Malad Dragons. As looking in now, Hansen. It is back to Hemmert, who will fire a pitch to Morgan Wood, who takes it low for a ball. 1-0 pitch taken off the outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So far, Morgan Wood yet to put a ball in play. She struck out both times. Another pitch will catch the zone as she'll get back into the strike zone. Will Hemmert, and the count will go to 2-1. Hemmert rocks, and a pitch swung on by Morgan Wood. Count goes to 2-2. Outfield shifted to the right side, playing the lines. Plenty of room here in the left center or left field, as they're also guarding the center field corridors. And the pitch missing inside to Wood moves it to 3-2, excuse me. Full count to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals trailing by 6 as they look to shock the Bear Lake Bears. Pitch, strike 3 called at the knees, and for the 3rd straight time, Morgan Wood goes down. Hemmert gets her 4th strikeout of the game. She's come back into this one and controlled things well. Rocks and fires, and another pitch taken, and that one misses to the outside. Allie Schwartz at the plate, count to 1-0. To the left fielder for the Cardinals, a double already for Schwartz. She also reached on an error and drove in a pair of runs due to that. Pitch catches the outside corner for a strike, and the count moves back to 1-1. Schwartz has been a leader on the team. Not necessarily always vocal, but definitely is a leader on the squad. Soda Springs Cardinals baseball team continuing to stack some more runs on. We'll get you a score update from there soon, as a pitch to Schwartz will see her out once again. As she pops out, and Cardinals quickly down to 2 outs in this inning. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 9-3 they trail, and Alicia Delaware steps up 1 for 2. Hemmert gets another pop-up. This one into shallow center, coming on and missing the play. Wallentine drops the ball, and another Bear Lake error. The Bears failed to corral it, and reaching on the play is Alicia Delaware. It's the 2nd error by the Bears, and this could be the start of something for the Cardinals with the bottom of the order. Downs will be pinch hit for, and I believe Ariana Barris will be the one who steps in to hit. As Barris, the one on the bench, we don't see a number yet. We'll hopefully get a number at some point in time for whoever's at the plate. As I said, Downs is being shuffled out. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-1 on the new pinch hitter. 9-3. Cardinals down by 6, but with a runner on base. They've left plenty on base so far. Another pitch in the dirt, kept up by the catcher, though, and the count goes to 1-1. So far, the Cardinals have left 8 on base in this game, including twice with the bases loaded. 1-1 count. And this pitch upstairs. Count goes back to 2-1. Hemmert still out there after the error in center field by Wallentine. The defense again spoiling the perfect inning she was working through. Count goes to 2-2 is a swing and a miss, as that is Moore who is at the plate, I believe. Or excuse me, that is Leisering. Hadley Leisering at the plate. As Hemmert looks in. 2-2 count on Leisering. Pitch, bounce to the plate. Count will go to 3-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first base for the Soda Springs Cardinals is Delaware. Taylor Myers hoping for an opportunity as she awaits on deck. Leisering at the plate. Holds the ball back of her right side. And a pitch down low for ball 4. A full count walk. Brought to you by Davis Repair. Puts 2 on now for the Cardinals. And Myers, who tripled her last time up as 2 for 3, has an opportunity to try and bring home some more runs for the Cardinals, who have not been able to put much on Hemmert so far. She's only given up 1 of the 3 runs. The other run came from Haley Eborn, who's still in the game at third base. Pitch upstairs and away. Hemmert starting to see that pitch count rise as well. She's thrown 17 in this inning. She's up to 51 in the game. Winds and fires. The ball's lifted into shallow left field. Coming over and putting it away as she has to step back in her tracks is Jessica Bateman, and the out's recorded. Cardinals threaten again, but strand another couple runners on base as they still trail at 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We head to the top of the 6th on KBRV, your home for Cardinal Athletics.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Heading to the top of the 6th inning, the Soda Springs Cardinals are still down by 6, but they've kept this game alive and are looking to try and get the offense to rally, which has stranded 10 total base runners on the base paths in this game so far. And that has been one of the biggest problems for the Cardinals, including the bases loaded with 1 out twice, as they have not been able to put a ball on the ground in order to bring home those runs. Instead, they have struck out and have ended up popping out on the infield in those 2 tries. At the plate, Lindsey Hansen gets her 4th plate appearance. She's 0 for 1. She flew out to left field her last time up, has walked twice as well. And a first pitch is taken upstairs for a ball as Hallie Evans back into the circle. That was pitch 101 for the Cardinal junior. Rocks and winds another pitch. That's bounced up the middle. Morgan Wood cleanly up with it. Throws on to first, and the out is recorded. Good play there by the Cardinals defense, and a quick 2-pitch out for Hallie Evans. And a good start for the Cardinal junior here to the top of the 6th inning. Last inning was the Bear Lake Drug 5th inning, where they have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Visit them in Montpelier or call 208-847-1421. 1 out, pitch to the plate, taken for a ball as it misses inside to Shalane Hemmert. And the count to 1-0. Evans, when she's gotten those 1, 2, 3 innings, they've been quick. The problem has been in the innings where the Bears have not gone down quickly, it's been a lot longer. As the pitch misses upstairs again, 2-0. Over on the baseball diamond, they're into the top of the 7th inning. Bear Lake still up, but it's a lot closer. It's a 5-4 game, as the Cardinals trying to steal one from the Bears and avoid going over in district play. Here the count goes to 3-0 to Hemmert, as the Lady Bears looking to try and push across some more runs and put a solid stamp on the end of their season. This is their final game of the regular year. Evans pitch rolls up to the plate. That's ball 4, and Hemmert's on base with a 4-pitch Davis Repair walk. Davis Repair, of course, the home of your equipment and diesel specialist. It's the 6th walk surrendered by Evans. She's given up 5 hits and has had 5 errors in the field behind her. Only 3 of the runs that she's given up have been earned, and those were the runs in the first inning. She's thrown 106 pitches to this point. She stares in to Skylie Wallentine, who's doubled, singled, and reached on an error. And the first pitch to Wallentine's taken for a ball. 5 straight out of the zone for the Cardinal hurler. Evans will rock again. Slow ball that's going to be thrown on to second. They'll get the quick out there. Wood with a strong throw on to Michaela Skinner. And the Cardinals will get the 6-4 fielder's choice. And they're 1 out away from getting out of this. On to first base goes Wallentine as Eborn steps up. And she'll look to try and extend this top of the 6th inning. 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Cardinals down by 6. And Evans again steps up to the circle. Wines fires, and this pitch is taken for a strike. It looks like throw down to second is going to just escape the glove of Skinner, as sliding in with a stolen base is Wallentine. Pitch was a strike. Wallentine up, and she's a little bit slow to get up, and walks beyond the base as the umpire in the field, making sure she's good. And she will step back up onto the base. Wallentine has suffered from concussions throughout the last couple of years. Kept her from being a factor on the baseball team, on the basketball team. But she's been a big member of the softball team as the count goes to 0-2 on a foul ball down the third base side. And the count at 0-2 will see them trying to bring home Wallentine. Wallentine's made a mistake in the field, but her offense has made up for that. As Eborn looks out. 0-2 count against her. Evans trying to get out of the inning without surrendering a run. Gets a swing and a miss on strike 2. Strike 3. Throw down to first is in time, and the out is recorded. 5 punch-outs for Hallie Evans as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Here in Soda Springs, the Cardinals looking for some runs on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Cardinals have loaded the bases twice on the offensive end. Here they're going to be looking to try and do that once more, bring across some runs as they have left 10 runners on base. And the bottom of the 6th inning sees them bringing up the middle of the order. Cheyenne Daniels leading things off, swings, pops one up, and it's going to make its way foul beyond the backstop, and the count goes to 0-1 on the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 6th. She's 0 for 2, has walked and struck out twice. But her at-bats have not been cheapies, as she has forced the pitcher to throw at least 6 pitches every single time. And she'll have at least 3 pitches in this at-bat as this one misses behind her. So far, 23 pitches seen by Cheyenne Daniels alone. Chops one right back to the pitcher, Hemmert. Good contact as she tomahawked one, but unfortunately not able to miss the glove of a Bear, and the count goes to 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals still down by 6, 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Over on the baseball field, it's a tight game as well. Hemmert's pitch to the plate, taken off the plate for a ball, and the count goes to 1-0 on Haley Ledbetter, who's 1 for 3, has a single, a run scored, and is grounded out and struck out in her time today. Ledbetter has been a much improved player this year from last year from not having played the game before. She'll lift one into shallow center field, drifting back slightly as Wallenstein puts it away, and out number 2 is recorded. 5 pitches in, the Cardinals struggling to get somebody on base and something going. Cheyenne Dominguez steps to the plate. She's 2 for 2, has reached base all 3 times as she's walked as well, has scored a run, has an RBI. She was left on first base her last time up and left on first base her first time up. If that trend continues, or the trends continue for her, then she will be able to come around and score this time around. As a conversation with the catcher, looks like the catcher's mask might have broken for the Bear Lake Bears. Looks like that's exactly what it is. And they'll retrieve a new one for Mac Harris, who will chat things over with her coach, who's going to try and fix that one. This one straight blue. The other catcher's mask was white and blue, with the hockey-style mask being brought back to the dugout. New hockey-style mask being presented. Hemmert with no count, working against Cheyenne Dominguez. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Another pop-up. This one around home plate, and putting it away is Harris as she tosses the mask. Didn't even need it, and on one pitch, down goes Dominguez. Cardinals go down in order. 1-2-3 they go as we head to the top of the 7th inning. They still trail 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard from Soda Springs, Idaho.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, as the Cardinals looking for their 3rd straight win after beating American Falls 15-5 and taking down the Malad Dragons in an upset yesterday 6-5. Here it's 9-3 Bear Lake as we enter the top of the 7th inning. Bear Lake with 8-9-1 against Hallie Evans, who is throwing pitch number 112 in the game. Been muscling her way through and misses with a pitch upstairs to Jessica Bateman, who doubled her last time up. That brought home a run, as she has an RBI and a run scored in her trips to the plate today. 1 for 3 officially. And a pitch for a strike will catch the zone as it moves to 1-1. Pitch bounced up by Evans, and the count settles in at 2-1. Hallie is working on another complete game. Got the win yesterday, thanks to the offense being able to put some runs up. And she'll get back even in the count, 2-2. 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bear Lake up in the top of the 7th, as the Cardinals have given up 6 unearned runs to the Bears, but they won't hear as a swing and a miss sets down Bateman. 6 strikeouts for Hallie Evans, and the Cardinals are a little bit closer in this contest to getting their offense back up for what can hopefully be a rally in the bottom of the 7th. They did it once to Bear Lake in the 7th inning, hoping to do it again. Evans pitch bunted at, and that's going to end up foul as that rolls beyond the foul lines back towards the catcher, and the count goes to 0-1. Sun starting to set off in the distance beyond us as it sets beyond the third base line. Starting to drop down, still should not be a factor, although outfielders might struggle to try and put something away. If it's up there into that sun, pitch inside misses, and Critchlow is even in the count, 1-1. Maddie Critchlow so far is 0 for 3. She's reached on a pair of errors, though. One a drop third strike. The other one was a ground out to second, or excuse me, ground out to the pitcher that was mishandled. by Michaela Skinner, covering the bag. Another pitch inside misses. Count goes to 2-1. Evans searches in again, and a pitch misses inside. And the count to 3-1 to Maddie Critchlow. On deck is Linny Crane in the top of the order. Linny Crane so far is 0 for 1, but everything's been a productive out for that one out, and she's reached base on a couple of walks and a hit pitch. Another walk surrendered here is another Davis repair walk recorded. That's the 7th walk of the game surrendered by Hallie Evans. As she's thrown 10 pitches in this inning, got 1 out. And it brings up, as I said, a pitcher or a batter she has only gotten out once on a sacrifice fly. That was to center field, which brought home Jessica Bateman. Pitch in the dirt, goes to first. They got the runner in a rundown, and the throw will be applied in time as the tag by Morgan Wood chases Maddie Critchlow all the way back to the bag as she is caught stealing, and the Cardinals will get their second out, and it leaves the honors of Linny Crane trying to get through this inning or get something going in this inning to her with 2 outs. The Cardinals defense has had moments of brilliance so far today. Unfortunately, the mistakes that they've made have cost them big time. As the count 0-1 to Crane. Pitch to the plate inside and missing, and the count goes back to 1-1. Well inside as it went behind the back of Crane's thighs. 1-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th in a 9-3 game. Evans stares in again, rocks, fires a pitch upstairs and missing. Count goes to 2-1. As over in the baseball game, things starting to unravel for Soda, it looks like, as runs coming across for the Bears in the top of the 7th. For the Lady Cardinals, this could get them out as a fly ball in the left field is going to be swallowed up by Allie Schwartz. Puts it away, and the Cardinals will once again set down the Bear Lake Bears 1-2-3 around a walk, and we head to the bottom of the 7th inning as Soda Springs will look for a little bit of magic here in the mountains of eastern Idaho on KBRV. The Co-op, they trail 9-3 with 3 outs remaining in this ballgame for the Cardinals to work with on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hemmert back out onto the mound.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV.
Bear Lake Bears as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Soda Springs Cardinals will be sending up Hallie Evans, Morgan Wood, and Allie Schwartz to the plate to try and erase the 9-3 deficit they face, but they're going to try and do it against Hemmert, who so far has worked 5 1/3 innings, has thrown 52 pitches. Has actually thrown 58 pitches, and will try and do it with a massive rally. It's going to be tough work for them in up-road sledding. As Evans so far 0 for 3 in the game. Wood 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Allie Schwartz 1 for 3 has popped out, doubled, and reached on an error. Allie Schwartz has been left at third base twice, and she'll be one of the batters coming up, hopefully with runners on base. 9-3 as the pitch from Hemmert swung on and missed by Evans, and the count goes to 0-1 to leadoff batter in the bottom of the 7th. Bear Lake wins this game. They win the district, and they'll be hosting next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This pitch taken for a ball low, and the count moves to 1-1. Good eye by Evans at the plate. Tough take there on a pitch that just broke a little bit low. Hemmert steps forward once again. Deep stare before firing a pitch that's bounced over towards third. Short hop and picked up by Eborn before firing on to Hansen. A good play by Eborn as she had to have a quick reaction on a ball that bounced about 3 feet in front of her and was able to just scoop it up and make the throw on to first. And the first out's recorded in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Morgan Wood. And Wood so far in the game, as I said, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch to her is taken for a strike down the heart of the plate. She just has not necessarily been aggressive today so far. All of her counts have been worked. She's seen 17 pitches today in these 3+ at-bats. She'll bounce one to third. That's going to get through into the outfield. A base knock for Morgan Wood with 1 out. Starting off of something, it's the 5th hit against Hemmert the Cardinals have been able to manage today. 8 hits total for the Soda Springs Cardinals. As it brings up Allie Schwartz, and we've talked about the success of Schwartz so far today. Has reached base twice. Wind and a fire by Hemmert. Wood takes off trying to steal second. Throw gets into the outfield. Backed up by Wallentine, so she can't go anywhere. It is a MySpace Storage stolen base. But nothing extra can come of it. Cardinals only 3 runs in the game so far. 1 of those runs is earned as they trail 9-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. All those runs by the Cardinals, though, brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Another ball in the dirt misses, and the count will go to 2-0, I believe, to Allie Schwartz. Moving up on the drop ball is Morgan Wood. Heads up base running, and the Cardinals' 4th run stands just 60 feet away. Pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled off by Schwartz. I believe the count at 2-1. We'll see from the umpire behind home plate here what it is. So flash the signs you would assume. And the count is 2-1. As far as I could see. Hemmert's pitch to the plate, swung on. That's fouled off, and the count goes to 2-2. Schwartz getting some contact. Nothing barreled up yet. As Hemmert walks back into the circle. And we'll get set to deliver. Bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Runner at third for the Cardinals. Down by 6. Schwartz again pops one up. That's foul, and it ends up getting back to the bleachers. And the count stays at 2-2. We'll see a 6th pitch in this at-bat. Hemmert so far has only thrown 68 pitches so far in this game. Looks like the game's over on the baseball diamond. And a pitch upstairs misses, and the count goes full. 3-2 to Allie Schwartz at the plate. Just needing to get on base, get a rally going. Doesn't matter how you get on base. Right now you're just trailing, and you need to do something. Gotta move it along until you can bring around the top of that order at least. Pitch to Schwartz on 3-2, misses. Now 3-2 as that one low down and bounces up, and it will be. Actually, it was 3-2. I was correct in my count. Happens every once in a while. And the Cardinals with runners on first and second with only 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Baseball ends up with a 4-8 loss to Bear Lake. As Schwartz will take off, moves up to second base with a stolen base, another MySpace Storage stolen base. So baseball down by 4 runs. Softball trailing by 6, 9-3, but they have a couple runners on base with 1 out. Hemmert's pitch swung on, lifted into the air near side. It's going to be an over-the-shoulder attempt by the second baseman, Jocelyn Quintero. It ends up dropping. The throw goes deep, and moving up is Alicia Delaware with an RBI single. And the Cardinals score a run, and with 1 out, runners on second and third see this rally having an opportunity to continue as they're starting to get to Hemmert and starting to maybe get something going. It'll be Haley Downs once again to hit. She's back into the lineup. Bounces one to second. Scooped up by Quintero, who flips it on to first. It's an RBI ground out. The Cardinals do get another run. Everybody moves up, but it's now happening with 2 outs as Taylor Myers will try to keep the rally alive. 9-5 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard for the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals as they continue to trail. 4-run lead for the Bear Lake Bears. Pitch misses, gets away from the catcher, but Myers will not see the runner from third come across as Delaware had to hold up. Delaware with an RBI single putting her there. Cardinals left 10 on base leading to this point. As Hemmert, it's a swing and a miss from Taylor Myers, and the count evens back up at 1-1. Hemmert won't get the complete game, would get the win. As Eborn came in and pitched an inning in 2/3 of this one. As Myers fouls one down the third base line, bounces foul, and the count goes to 1-2, and the Cardinals down to their final strike in the bottom of the 7th. 9-5, they put a rally together. Right now seems too little too late with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Taylor Myers. The right-handed catcher holds the bat out, stares out to Hemmert as Hemmert looks in for the sign. Rocks fires the Braids bouncing, and this one laced into the left center field gap. That's going to get to the fence. Myers can fly. She's going to be on her way to third. She'll cruise up to the third base bag as the throw will be off the mark, and it's an RBI triple for Taylor Myers, her second triple of the game, and the Cardinals within 3 runs. Starting to make it interesting as coming across is Alicia Delaware. 9-6 the game goes. And it brings up Cheyenne Daniels, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Trying to make up for a day of some somewhat disappointment for her. Hasn't always been disappointing. She's been a very solid part of this team. That's why she's been moved up to that 2-hole, but today has just not been her day. She has worked counts. It's been a benefit there. She looks out. Hammett's pitch is taken inside and low, and the count evens back up at 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. 3 runs already have scored. Cardinals have another runner on third in Taylor Myers. Daniels just needs to get a base knock, keep this going around. As the tying run stands in the on-deck circle, and Haley Ledbetter, another pitch misses upstairs. 2-1 the count. 9-6, 3 runs across in this inning for the Cardinals. All 4 of the earned runs have been scored against Hemmert, 2 unearned runs against Eborn. As the ball gets away, Myers is going to try and score. Flip to the plate is going to see her safe as the tag was applied late, and a pass ball will score another Cardinal, and it makes it 9-7. And that is going to see the coach for the Bears, Doug Stevens, make his way out and chat with his squad. As with a 3-1 count on Cheyenne Daniels, here in the bottom of the 7th inning, I don't think he expected a 9-3 game becoming a 9-7 game with that tying run on deck. But with 2 outs, the Cardinals are clinging to a thread of hope at the moment. Trying to go to 2-3 in district play with Westside tomorrow. And I can tell you this, Westside is definitely hoping for a victory for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as that would mean Westside would have an opportunity to have the chance at hosting. Cardinals have scored 4 runs. They've put the ball in play 5 times in this inning and have grounded out twice. One of those an RBI ground out for Haley Downs. As it brings up Daniels again. 3-1 count. Pitch is a strike at the letters, and the count goes full. 3-2, 2 outs, no one on base, 9-7 game. And Emmert steps up again. 3-2 pitch will be called strike 3. And down goes Daniels looking for out number 3. Cardinals will threaten, but the Bear Lake Bears survive a rally by Soda Springs, who plates 4 in the bottom of the 7th inning, And the Cardinals fall 9-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Your post-game wrap-up's coming up next, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, Idaho, the small-town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. We'll be back after this on KBRV, the Co-op, and online with live video streaming here from Soda Springs, Idaho.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of May 4th through the 10th in Soda Springs. 80% lean, 20% fat. Ground beef is just $2.49 a pound. Family packs of thighs or drumsticks are just 99 cents a pound. And boneless New York pork chops are $1.69 a pound. $10 mix or match bags are back. Grab 2-pound packages of carrots, fresh white corn, 1-pound packages of mini sweet peppers, red or yellow onions, and plenty of other fruits and vegetables to pack into your bag for just $10. And those are just some of the savings you can find at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
The Soda Springs Cardinals almost pull it off for the second time against the Bear Lake Bears, but a rally comes short in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they fall 9-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Cardinals out-hit Bear Lake 8-6 in this ball game, but unfortunately for the Lady Cardinals, it would not end up being enough for them to end up doing anything. Actually 8-5. It is 8-6. I forgot to mark a hit down. 5 errors for the Cardinals resulted in 6 unearned runs for the Bears, as the final 6 runs they scored were unearned. The only 3 earned runs came in the first inning of play when Bear Lake jumped out to a 3-1 lead, and 5 of those unearned runs came in the second inning when the Bear Lake Bears sent 10 batters to the plate. As far as Hallie Evans' pitching is concerned, gave up the 9 runs, pitched all 7 innings through 125 pitches, hit a pair of batters, walked 7, struck out 6, and gave up the 6 hits. As for the Soda Springs Cardinals, they were able to get to Hemmert for 5 runs in the game, but it would not be enough. All those runs would be earned. She gave up 5 hits, struck out 4, walked 1, and threw for 5 1/3 innings of play. Haley Eborn ended up pitching for an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 hits, struck out 4, and gave up 2 runs, both of which ended up being unearned. As far as the Cardinals at the plate, Taylor Myers went 3 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Haley Ledbetter 1 for 4 with a run scored. 2 for 3 was Cheyenne Dominguez with a run and an RBI. Morgan Wood went 1 for 3 with a run, as did Allie Schwartz. 2 for 4 was the day for Alicia De La Huera, as she had an RBI single and came around to score in the 7th inning that helped that rally along. Haley Downs went 0 for 2 with an RBI. 0 for 4 was Hallie Evans, and 0 for 4 was Cheyenne Daniels. Cardinals, though, once again did out-hit the Lady Bears 8-6. For the Lady Bears, they were led by Shalane Hemmert and Skylie Wallenstein, who both had 2 hits, 2 for 3 for Hemmert, who was 2 runs and an RBI in the game. It was the opposite for Wallenstein, who had 2 RBIs and a run scored in the game. Lindsey Hansen went 0 for 2, did score a pair of runs, though. Mac Harris went 1 for 4 with a big fly to left field as she hit her home run, the only home run of the game of the either side. Lenny Crane only was 0 for 1. She reached base 3 times, had an RBI and a run scored. Jocelyn Quintero went 0 for 4, as did Haley Eborn, who was actually 0 for 3, walked and struck out 3 times. Maddie Critchlow wrapped it up. She was 0 for 3 with a run scored as well when she reached on an error back in that second inning. Cardinals fall once again by a final score of 9-7. They drop to 6-11-1 on the season and 1-4 in district play. The Bear Lake Bears are your District 5 champions. They'll be hosting the district tournament next week with this win today as they move to 4-2 in district play with the tiebreaker over the Westside Pirates. We'll take a break. When we come back, our sports update, we'll see us chatting with sophomore James Silos from the Soda Springs golf team. Find out how things are going for the golfers on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3- or 4-year-old children today.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with James Silos, one of the sophomores for the Soda Springs golf team. And James, as we look at the season right now, it's starting to wind down. And with it being your second year of high school golf, what are your expectations for the back half of this year now that you've had those couple of years to adjust to the high school seasons?
I expect to do a lot better this year because I have a lot more experience. I'm not as nervous anymore. I've been playing really good lately, and I expect to do pretty good.
Golf is one of those sports where the work really needs to be put in the summer. But when you're working with coaches and when you're getting that time in the spring, what are some of the things that you've really been working on this year?
This year, I've just been working on just keeping my composure when I'm playing and just taking it one shot at a time and trying not to think about all the bad shots.
It's been tough for you guys to get out onto the course at Soda Springs just because of the wet weather. A lot of the courses around here, it's been a struggle to get, rounds in. Has that been something that's held you guys back at all, or have you guys found ways around that?
It's definitely held us back a little bit, but our coaches have done a good job at putting us in good practice environments where we are able to succeed.
What are some of the things you guys have been doing in practice in lieu of being able to go out there and actually play on the course?
We work a lot on our short game on the practice green. That's where tournaments are won.
What are some of the strengths of your game? You talked about the fact that you're just trying to work on your composure, but are there any things that if you needed one thing to go right during a tournament that you feel comfortable with?
It's definitely got to be the short game. You can't win a tournament if your short game's not good, and I think that's something that's been really good for me this year.
Competition in the district has been, I think, the highest that it's been any time since I've been here and any time in a while, with Grace, Aberdeen, Bear Lake all putting together full teams that are very competitive and even battling each other out in the regular season. Has that helped bring your game up at all, knowing that each week is going to be a dogfight against some of the top teams in the state?
Yeah, it's definitely helped bring my game up because I know I have a chance to be the best out there every single week. I haven't yet, but our team's not quite there yet, but we'll get there.
Talking about that with the team, it's a growing process, and there's some young kids on the team that are starting to show up, mostly between you and Lander right now as far as preparing for next year. And what are some of the expectations that you expect from the team as a whole in this district tournament coming up?
I don't really expect us to win, but it'll be a good experience for the new kids. They'll be a lot better next year. We don't have any seniors, so we'll have the same exact kids next year, so it'll be a good learning experience.
Do you think it's helped to play against the some of the top competition in the state each week and not necessarily have to be like, say, the track team or even the baseball or softball teams where you have to go over to Boise or have to go up to District 6 or even District 1 to try and find tough competition, that it's all right here?
Yeah, it definitely helps because then if I go to state, then I know scores that I have to beat, I know my competition well, and I know the kids who will do good at state.
Talking about scores, what do you think the score would be to get you to state? What do you think a good shot or a good score to shoot for is going to be?
Definitely the high 70s, possibly the low 80s will get me in, but high 70s is the mark right now.
Well, James, good luck on making that mark, and hopefully the courses will dry out a little bit more, and you guys will have a good day on Monday in Preston.
All right, thank you.
Big thanks to James Stelos for joining us here on the post-game show. Post-game show again brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, Idaho, the small-town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Finals from today. Once again, the Lady Cardinals fall 9-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bear Lake wins in baseball as well, 8-4 as they complete the season sweep in both baseball and softball. District tournament coming up next for baseball. We'll be there on Monday. Softball, be sure to tune in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have the website working once again for those of you who were trying to scramble to find the video cast. It should be back up. We'll keep you posted on that throughout the broadcast tomorrow. And also, we hope that you'll be joining us on Monday when we come to you live from Bear Lake, where the Soda Springs boys will be scheduled to play Malad at 2 o'clock. It'll be a 1:40 pregame show for the Cardinal boys as they look to try and reverse their fortunes on the baseball field. Thanks again for tuning into this edition of Cardinal Athletics on KBRV 800 AM and online at mylocalradio.com. The broadcast has been brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It has been a presentation of Old West Media Incorporated, and no portion of the preceding production can be rebroadcast or used without the express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. We'd also like to thank office manager Kayleen Anderson and general photographer Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors, to all of you for tuning in and for supporting athletics on KBRV. Be sure to visit mylocalradio.com for full recaps of other games and this game, as well as photos and recaps of past contests. Until the next time the Cardinals take to the field, goodbye and have a wonderful afternoon.